Hello and welcome to Shoreline Music Monthly. My name is Mark Koshwitz. This is the 70th episode of our little show where we bring you the best artists in the area to play for you into your living rooms. A little later in the show, we're going to have on an Amy Johansson and Robin Russo from Smile Anyway. Amy's been on, and Smile Anyway is a nonprofit on the Shoreline area that fights the opioid crisis that we're facing right now. Amy was on to talk about their Love is Louder festival they had on the Branford Green last summer, and her and Robin are going to come in tonight and they're going to tell us a little bit about the Spring Forward event that is coming up at the end of March. So I'm looking forward to that and bringing them on to talk to you. I have actually a repeat offender on tonight. We have got a gentleman who was on. He was on episode 58, which was in season 5. He's got a brand new album out and apparently a new podcast and stuff, so we wanted to talk a little bit about that. I have got Connecticut Blues Hall of Fame artist Tom the Suit Forst with me.
Mark.
How are you?
I'm doing great. Cannot complain.
Welcome back.
I won't complain on air anyway.
No. We don't want to put that into anyone's living room.
Well, I'm singing the blues, so you know.
So glad to see you back.
Thank you.
I want to talk about your album and,
Sure.
and all the things you've been up to since we got to cover your backstory pretty good in the last episode.
You
where
did.
the suit came from.
Oh, yeah.
You had just returned from China, had just been inducted into the Blues Hall of Fame.
Right.
So we got all that captured already for these folks. We're going to
Good.
talk about what you've been doing lately.
Yeah.
But first, I see there's a familiar face in the green room as well.
That's right. I have Vinny Brike with me tonight. He's on keys. He's a good buddy. He is it's like my right-hand man. He's a great keyboard player, and he's going to be with me tonight. So
All
he's
right.
going to be playing along.
Excellent.
We've known each other for only about a year, but he's like
Really?
a fixture already.
Nice.
Yeah. So,
Sometimes it just clicks.
absolutely.
It clicks quick.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But the big news, sorry, not that you're not big news, Vincent. But the new album is will actually have been released by the time this airs.
Right.
Tell me a little bit about that.
Sure. The new album actually releases on Valentine's Day, which is kind of cool. It's called World of Broken Hearts. And
Should that really be released on Valentine's Day?
well, you know what? Somebody else asked me that, and the interesting thing is the song itself, and that's a title track. The song itself is actually very positive in a way.
Oh, good.
The whole album is about relationships. And it basically says no matter how bad something happens, the sun still rises tomorrow. In fact, that song actually has that in the line. So it's more about, you've got to expect these things to happen. Relationships are tough.
Transitory.
Yeah,
sometimes.
and they are. They can be. I've been married 44 years, so I don't know if I might be the best example, but nothing is smooth.
Mm-hmm. All work.
Everything takes a lot of work, and that's kind of what this album is about. As a matter of fact, one of the songs on it I actually wrote when I was 17.
Is this the first time it getting recorded?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Well, actually, that's not true. I've recorded it before, but a totally unrecognizable version. I changed the chords, the melody, and everything. I just wanted to use the words. But I wrote it during, how you have your first love.
Yes.
Right? I wrote it during a breakup, and unfortunately the breakup was my doing, my fault. So I wrote the song, and then I wrote the last verse about a year ago. So I have 3 verses, one when I was 17, and now that I'm 25. Oh, good. That laugh gets louder every year. So it's been a long time. So that's another example. And then another song is about. In fact, the video is out now.
Yep. Yeah, very
Late
good.
Night Train.
There's a kick-ass riff to start that too.
Yeah, thanks. It's a great song. I'm very happy with it. That song is about how people constantly think things over and over and over, and we're either living in the past or worrying about the future. So that's kind of how the album is.
I can still see you crying in this driving rain. These things that I've done and all that I've said, still running round the track in my head. Track in my head. A preacher yelled all aboard this train. But I'm paralyzed by the guilt and by the pain. Should I be moving forward, or should I run on back? I can't help but wonder if I'm on the right track. On the right track. I'm still riding high on this midnight train. Still plagued by indecision, but no longer by the pain. Can't change what I've done, take back what I said. They're no longer riding the track in my head. The track in my head. Track in my head. Track in my head.
All right, Mark Koshwitz on Shoreline Music Monthly back with you. I am now joined by Amy Johansson and Robin Russo from Smile Anyway. Amy's returning. She was on, you could see in 64, episode 64, we talked a little bit about Smile Anyway, the charity that she started. She was here to talk about Love is Louder, which was a music festival on the Branford Green last summer, which went very well. And the young ladies are here tonight to talk about, well, we're going to give you a recap on Smile Anyway, and then we have another event to talk about this spring. So welcome to the show, ladies.
Thank you,
Mark.
Thanks for having us again.
So I know we chatted, we did a lot of the history, and folks can go and find that. We have a standalone that's on our YouTube channel, but some folks aren't going to go through that trouble. So maybe we could remind them what it's all about.
Well, Smile Anyway is a nonprofit that is promoting resources, education on the drug epidemic, getting people supportive services, whether it's long-term rehab, a detox, supporting families who have lost someone, helping an outreach to young adults to let them know there's resources and get them to those resources, and plus distributing Narcan, lots of education to save lives.
Yes, very nice. And now we've got an event, a pretty big event that you're going to let all these folks know about in a spring event.
Well, it's
Spring
called
Ahead.
It's called Spring Forward.
Spring Forward.
It's okay. Spring Forward. And it's going to be at the Stony Creek Brewery. Stony Creek Brewery is celebrating their 5th year, is giving us some proceeds, and it's just going to be an amazing day.
You alluded to there's going to be some folks playing there, some music, which I'm all about. And I know a lot of folks, if you know the music scene on the Shoreline, you may already know Robin, because she's a huge fan, supporter, and promoter. And I mean, from booking shows at the Brush Mill to, now involved with setting up lineups for this. So
We're going to have 6 bands. I've also, right now, I'm working on a couple of acoustic acts in between, but I'm not quite done with that yet.
it'd be
But
nice.
we're going to have some really awesome local talent. We're going to start off with Nuns and Pepin, and then Jeff Suma and the Roasters will play.
Very nice, which we will be taping here next month for airing in April.
Yeah, they're great. Their new album's amazing. And then we'll have Shorebreak,
Very cool
who are
folks.
from the Chester area. They're a great local band, lots of talent there. Their new CD, another great CD. Dedicated will come in and play after them. And then Jeremiah Hayes. And then, of course, Creamery Station will end. They're
Very cool.
huge shout out to Creamery Station. They have stepped up for every single event except for one they couldn't play because they were playing somewhere else. They have supported the charity so much. I appreciate them so much.
Yeah, they're very cool. We had a few of them actually on here. I'm at a loss at what episode it was, but
Yeah.
nonetheless,
They're
you
like
can
family.
find it on the YouTube
They're
channel.
like family at this point with Smile Anyway.
Yeah.
It's pretty incredible.
Very cool. So that
Yeah.
sounds like a great day to. So the
Saturday, March 28th, there is a $10 suggested donation. We'll also be selling some really cool hoodies and T-shirts that say "Smile Anyway."
And if someone wanted to, they could give you more money than.
they could do it,
Right,
we always
that's why it's
accept
suggested.
that.
We want everyone to be able to come, so if you can't afford the
Understood.
$10, we still want you to be
Yeah.
able to come.
And it's a really cool place because it's kid friendly. So we're going
Well,
to
thank
change
you.
it up.
Thank you for all that
Mark.
you're doing, and thanks for coming down to share with our viewers. They appreciate it too, I'm sure.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mark.
Hey, baby, you're driving me crazy. You say I'm taking way too long. But hey, baby, I think that you're lazy. Every time I come to see that you go, can't keep on keeping on. Singing that same old song. You're stuck in that same old position. I can't seem to change your mind. You say it's your women's intuition. You think that you see, but I know that you're blind. with me, baby. Don't try to chain me. Oh, let me be what I am. Just come with me, baby. Don't try to arrange me. Let me be a man. Can't keep on keeping on, singing that same old song. Can't keep on keeping on. Can't keep on keeping on. Can't keep on keeping on.
And you got some good friends helping you on that, I understand.
I did. My last album, On Fire, was produced by Paul Nelson, who's a multi-Grammy winner. He was the guitar player and the manager for Johnny Winter Band. And I don't know if you know the story, but he's actually the person that they say got Johnny clean.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's a long story. It's very interesting. He'd be a great guest as well. But he's playing slide on the album, and he came in and did a great job on two of the songs that are on the album. I've got James Montgomery, who's a friend and
Fine harp player.
He's an icon in the blues world. Christine Allman, who's best known probably as a vocalist for Saturday Night Live, the show, and she is actually in my next video that's coming up.
Looking forward to that.
It's going to be great.
Beehive Queen rocks.
Yeah, she is really good. I think she did a better job than I did. I'm nervous about that, but and
Hey, you'll let her win.
yeah, and we have the drummer from Sugarland, which is one of the biggest country rock acts on the planet. So I'm excited about that. We've got a bunch of people on it, and Vinny's on it. My son is on it.
Oh, very cool.
Some of the band members are on it.
Nice.
Yeah.
I also wanted to touch base on, which I was unaware of, but I saw you now have a weekly, is it, podcast?
Yeah, it has been weekly. We in December we had hit exactly 50 episodes.
Wow.
Yeah, and we are, and I say we, I am interviewing past stars in blues, future stars, and present stars, and we do a couple of things with it. We talk about where they are and where they've been and how they got started and why they got started. We also talk about the icons in the classic blues area that were their inspiration, and we go through some of the history that
There's a lot
they
of
know.
history.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Never run out of material there.
never.
And what prompted that?
Well,
Had you ever done a podcast before? Or?
I had never. The record company that I'm signed with actually brought the idea to me. They said, you're a blues guy. It's not, nobody's doing that out there. You have the knowledge, and the business.
Know the people. You got some numbers you can
And I know the people. Right. So, we have had some, like Paul has been on it, and Christine, who is just, if you ever want to talk about the blues, she'll put anybody to shame. She's got more knowledge than I've ever seen or heard. So yeah, we do it once a week. But I also do things like I interview people that run festivals, because you want to hear the behind the scenes things, and they've got some great stories.
I'm sure.
I've interviewed Barbara Newman, who was the president of the National Blues Foundation out of Memphis.
Very cool.
And all the trials and tribulations of running the IBC, which is the International Blues Challenge. I judge that every year. So I wanted to find out how they get 1,000 bands in Memphis to, not 1,000, but They get a lot of bands to
Substantial
play
number.
from all over the world. There, I was judging one time, and there was a person from South Korea. So yeah, there are blues is everywhere. It's insidious. Wear a mask.
Now, how would someone find the podcast like me? Because I'm really interested in it.
Yeah, good. I'm glad you are. It's chasingthebluespodcast.com. It's that simple.
Okay.
Just Chasing the Blues Podcast.
And people want to find out where you're playing or more about your album?
If they want to do that, they can go to my website, tomthesuitforst.com.
All right.
And it's Forst.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming on.
Oh, yeah. I've enjoyed it. Thank you so much.
Won't you please turn up the lights so I can see what you're feeling? I don't know what got into the night. Lately everything is colder. Everything is falling. Everything is falling. Is that the way life should be? With everything falling down on me. Was I lying to myself just to think you were listening? Was I crying to myself? No, I don't believe that you noticed. Everything is falling. Everything is falling. Is that the way life should be? With everything falling down on me. Everything is falling. Everything is falling. Is that the way life should be? With everything falling down on me. On the bright lights, hoping shadows do the dirty work. Switch the switch, make it night, so I can make believe again. Everything is falling. Everything is falling. Is that the way life should be? With everything falling, falling down, down on me.
All right, thank you once again for watching Shoreline Music Monthly. Thanks to Tom and Vincent for coming down playing amazing music, and thank you to Amy and Robin for coming down telling us about the wonderful Spring Forward event. Hope to see you there, and hope to see you out and about catching some of these folks playing music out in the wild. Remember, you are the local, in the local music scene, so please get off the couch, get out, see a show. And we'll see you next month.